Now, with the sheer interest in gaming and entrepreneurship in the Philippines, we may want to know exactly what is required to take a concept from an idea to a playable demo. Right now, we have Joey Alarilia of Playfix right here with us, a longtime journalist here in Manila who will lead the panel with Prakash Solusunjan of Engine Starter, James Afante of Afante Studios, and Janze de Guzman of Playground Zero.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Is everyone still awake? Yeah. So Playfix is a startup which provides a blockchain platform built on Polygon that makes it easier for developers to create Web3 games and NFTs. Aside from that, I'm also a contributor to Singapore-based online publication E27 and the author of digitallifeasia.com. And I'm so honored to have this distinguished panel of speakers. So let's get to know them, okay? So first, we have James of Afante Studio. And then we have Giants of Playground Zero and Prakash of Engine Starter. So I love superheroes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really fascinated by origin stories. So I wanted to start this discussion by asking, what's your Web3 origin story? What attracted you to Web3 and convinced you to build your own Web3 company? Let's start with James.
Yeah, so basically, just to give a little bit background about me, I was a hardcore gamer back then.
Oh, wow.
I was a person who even cut classes just to play games. So I don't know if there's some similar guys out there. So yeah, I really love games, and the only problem from Web2 games is we work hard, we play hard, we play for long hours. Like if we can only play 24 hours a day, we would do so. But the problem is all of our hard work is actually not being credited to ourselves primarily. So, and the moment I saw Web3 as a whole that has a decentralization, that's the moment I decided, oh wow, this is gonna be a really different story. If you're a gamer and you kind of really value what you're working for and where you're putting your time to, even you're playing, I think Web3 games will be really the future for you.
Thank you very much, James. So cutting classes, huh? Okay, I think a lot of us can relate. How about you, Jans? What's your Web3 origin story?
Yeah, so mine actually came as an introduction from a friend to Axie Infinity. I think most of the audience as well. He knew I was a gamer. I was into, finance, economics, trading as well. So yeah, he introduced this game wherein you can play and make money at the same time. So yeah, I mean, he presented to our circle of friends. I think he's in the audience somewhere. So thank you for introducing me to this space. Yeah, so after that, a week after that, we started our guild. We just put it, we built our first teams. We sourced players who could, play our accounts on our behalf. And from there, we just kept rolling. We doubled down. We scaled our guild to 1,000, then a couple of thousand. And of course, doing something like that at scale presented its challenges. So along the way, we built tools to make our lives easier. We automated a lot of our processes. But one important feature that we built was making it easy for us to source players. So one difficulty we'd had is that if you just allow anyone to play your account, they tend to not last playing it. So one idea we had is that let's source for real gamers. Let's find the gamers out there who could utilize our accounts and would have fun in the process. And I think that's how we launched our MVP. It was a sourcing platform for gamers where they can create our profiles and they can apply to our guild. And of course, more and more people came in and more accounts that we can lend out. So we thought, why don't we open it to the general public, just allow other guilds as well who are doing the same thing as us to benefit from what we built. And, that's where we are now. Things have evolved, but, there are still many roles that you can play in GameFi, and that's our main interest in Playground Zero. It's to offer opportunities for people who are interested in entering or participating in GameFi and Web3.
It's really great, Jans, opening it up to more people, more opportunities.
It's more that we can use for.
Yeah. How about you, Prakash?
So, Joey, I started my career in Web 1.0. I was building websites. We charged a fee, made some money. And then came Web 2.0, where we were building communities online. And that's where I made my first small pot of gold. I built a company, sold that to WPP. But the big frustration really is that we're creating so much good content, but we don't really own it, right? We're just trading time for money.
Exactly.
And that's really where Web 3.0 came in, where we can, read, we can write, and we can also own the content that we're creating, and that's really what excites me. With Engine Starter, we're a launchpad. We've invested in 70 projects in the last 1 year, small ticket sizes, 25K to 100K, but this allows us to actually work with a lot of early stage companies, see their progress, and also kind of lend the support that we've had. All the mistakes that we've made, we kind of compress that into a playbook, and now we kind of help these founders, actually help them achieve success. And then whatever challenges that they have, we come in, like a paratrooper, and we come in there to solve all that.
Thank you very much, Prakash. Now, one of the things I always say is that in Web 2, brands got away with just saying, like community was just like a paid lip service to it, right? But in Web 3, it's quite different. Community is vastly more important. So I just wanted to ask, like, how difficult was it for you guys to like adjust, to this change? What role does community play now in Web 3 and for your company?
In Web 3, right, the community is brutal, right? I mean, if you make a mistake, they'll come after you. But if you're honest and you come there and share with them it was an honest mistake and forgive us, they will actually listen and rally around with you. But the key thing with Web 3 is there's still no loyalty. The projects, people jump from project to project very, very quickly. And it's up to us now to kind of build that both online as well as offline, since we're now living in a post-pandemic world. And that's one key thing that we see. Over to you, bro.
Yeah, thanks, Prakash. The importance of community, right? And something we've seen in our own guild, we started out with just players playing accounts, right? But over the course of weeks and months, we actually found people becoming more interested in taking on different roles. In fact, at some point, they just didn't want to play. They just want to manage the community, be more involved. So we saw the emergence of other roles like community managers, coaches, play testers, or even researchers. And that's kind of how we've repositioned our platform, right? Is that this vision that in order, the next generation of games will be very focused on the community. And it's not just a community of people playing together. It's a community that build together as well, who figure out the economy by themselves, who kind of have a say in how things will be driven forward. So I think that's a very interesting narrative because the metaverse, which is very Web3, will require a lot of builders, and you need people to be more involved in order to build this wonderful place.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, for
James?
me, realistically speaking, there's fewer builders right now compared to last year. And for us, there's a lot of people also asking us like, oh, why are you still building? It's already in the bear market. Why are you still building? Can you still gain profit from these things? Well, realistically, what we have really do from the past is we really let other projects perform first, so that we can really understand and treat them as our prototype. In that way, we can really make sure that we're very conservative on what we implement on our project, and we have more time to really polish our white paper. So, and I also believe that consistency is key, and it will develop trust always to your community. So we will be here. I think the way to manage your community is just be here, don't go out, don't quit, be relevant always, bear or bull build, and probably when the time comes, when you succeeded, it's not a question anymore that you have, why did you have succeeded? So yeah, that's how we develop our community. We have grown our community with actually no marketing yet. So yeah.
Thank you very much. And I perfectly agree. I would always tell people, the best time to be bullish is during a bear market. Because that's the time when, the ones who are only after get-rich-quick schemes, the rug pulls, all that, they disappear. Crypto Twitter is so silent nowadays, right? So it's only the builders who are around. So I guess as a final question before, are we good on time? Do we still have time? We're so conscious that it's only 20 minutes. Anyway, sorry. But just let us know if we're overextending. I'm just curious, because as founders, I'm sure you've had sleepless nights, what were the biggest challenges that you faced when you were setting up your companies? And how do you protect your mental health? I mean, that's really a really important issue, especially if you're a founder. you feel that the company, the fate of the company is on your shoulders. So how do you deal with that? Let's start with Prakash.
I guess the biggest problem that we still face is scams, right? Each time I see someone losing money, it hurts us because when they leave, they bring 10 friends with them. The platform is still very raw. The tools that we use for fundraising is still, Telegram, where anybody can be anybody. So there are a lot of Prakash running around on Telegram and asking people for money, which I don't, right? But the reality is, we still need to evolve. And until people have a safe way of sending money and making sure that it's the right place, there's still a lot of work to be done. And I think that's one key thing that keeps me awake at night.
I guess from our side, so aside from the operational challenges we experience scaling a guild, getting started is definitely still a challenge for people. If you get started in space, especially in building something, you have to know the right people. This space is still very new, and those people that you meet early on will be critical to your success. So I think still finding your way through, the industry is not that mature yet, or not as mature as Web 2.0. It's still difficult, and that's one of the things that we want to solve for our stakeholders, both gamers, guilds, game studios, or even investors. We want to build a place where people can easily find each other or find whatever resources they need to get started and to just stay in the space. Or if you're just interested, you're just curious what Web3 or GameFi is about, we want to be the place you can rely on, and we want to build trust, credibility in our platform, because I think the space in general has had a reputation or not a good reputation for that. So we want to help solve that stigma that crypto and GameFi is a place where you need to be very careful. But our hope is that we can help address that situation.
Thank you, Jans. How about James?
Yeah, so for basically us, I think this is one of the best questions for me since being a founder of Founder Studios, I don't have any technological background, so I pretty much experience most of the problems of startups experience. So the first hardest experience or problems we experience is, of course, acquisitions of talents. So it's really hard to acquire talents, especially if you don't know how to acquire talents or you don't have enough experience in handling people. Second is, of course, leading the team. Number two is, of course, understanding the corporate ways on how things work.
And that sucks.
Yeah. So because the reason why I really love Web3 is because I can see Web3 as not so much corporate world. I don't know if a lot of people will agree. We can be more creative here. That's the reason why I picked this space. So I think the other stuff that we have experienced is, of course, funding, of course. It's really hard to raise funds, especially at a very young age. It's really hard to get trust. But I'm always here to really prove that it's always possible and anyone can make it. So if I already raise funds, I already make the project, I'm pretty sure anyone can also do it, with the purest intentions, of course.
That's very inspiring. And so I would like to ask for your closing thoughts. I won't say final words because that sounds morbid, right? So closing thoughts, what message would you like to share? And invite them to check out your website. Let's start with Jans.
Yeah, final words. We hope to still be here next year, right? This is a great start.
We will survive crypto winter.
Yeah, this shows how vibrant the space still is. There's still builders, in the space, and we'll keep on building. So about our platform, again, we're all about opportunities. I think even back when we started, that's the opportunity we saw for ourselves even. So we are very rooted in that. So if whether you're a gamer, a guild, a game studio, or even an investor, do check out our platform or connect with us. You'll see a lot of our team members here at the event, or pass by our booth. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to hear how we can help you, whether to connect or to meet other people in the space. We just love to chat. We're a networking platform, and we're all about making connections for people. We'd love to explore opportunities where we can work together and keep building the space. And hope to see you all next year because we'll do this again, right?
Yes. James?
Yeah, I would just want to say that Web3 is a real thing. So to those people that think Web3 is like a fluff thing, I'm gonna tell you, if you only could see what I could see, it's really amazing, and it will really drastically change how we live in the future. And it will really help your lives, your business. So my suggestion is really adopt early. Even you don't know how, if you have the vision, just go for it. You will understand later on. So yeah.
Thank you very much. And Prakash?
Yeah, so we're very, very early in Web3. If you think you missed the boat, you haven't. Web3 is going to change the way that we live, work, and play. And I really feel that this is where we need to think about solutions. They're going to solve today's problems, right? As long as we are always in a problem-solving mode, we will find a way. If you're a founder and you're raising money for your game or an entertainment project, come by and reach out to me or speak to my team. We'd love to find a way to support you and also advise and also invest. And if you want to be a part of our community, we've just launched our Philippines community, and we'd love to be a part of this. At the end of the day, Web3 is all about the community. We always collaborate with a whole lot of partners. It is about how we all can come together, and we will beat this bear market together. Thank you.
Thank you. And just to share my own, well, not final words, I just wanted to say that joining Playfix helped me find my ikigai. And that ikigai is championing crypto for creators, blockchain for good, and Web3 for a better world. And I hope you all find your ikigai too. Mabuhay ang Web3. Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you so much, Joey, Prakash, James, and Janzi.